Bully. I'm your host Leroy with my co-host.
This is Eli.
Yep, and we are back with a special episode of Comic Bullets. Like I said, we've been building up to this. Last week was Comic Book Storm, and now we are here. We in smack dab in the middle of SDCC. For those new to the podcast, new to the geek world, that is the San Diego Comic Con International.
Yep.
So
Yep.
big deal.
Nerd boners are been erect all weekend.
Exactly. And plus, not only that, but we had some other news in there. Steal the thunder of SDCC, but we're going to get back to that in a second. Before we get started with anything, I do want to say rest in peace to John Schnepp. Now, I know John Schnepp is not like a household name, but like I said, John Schnepp is a YouTuber, podcaster. He's also an animator also, and he's also like a director. For a lot of Adult Swim shows, he's behind the scenes working on those. I think Metalopocalypse, I think that was his baby. I think that was his thing.
Yeah, that's where I heard of him from.
Yeah, so he was that. He also worked on the Black Panther BET cartoon.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he helped storyboard that. Matter of fact, he said when the movie first came, that's how I knew about it. When the movie first came out, he said he was so excited for it because he knew when he worked on the cartoon back in 2000, whenever, he knew that Marvel had something, they just need to get the movie made.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool with that one. Not only that, John Schnepp also made the Death and Return of Superman Lives.
I did see that. Yeah.
I actually never saw that. I actually never saw that.
Oh, really? It's really interesting. It's really interesting.
I got to see that. For those that don't know, he did the documentary on the Superman movie in the 90s that was made by Nicolas Cage and Tim Burton that kind of just fell to pieces. And there was a lot of rumors. People didn't know what happened behind. They don't know how far the movie came to getting made. And he went behind the scenes and showed clips of like the actual Nicolas Cage costume he was going to be in. Nicolas Cage in the suit. Tim Burton storyboard the movie. Like the movie was really getting made, and he was able to get that done to show how close they came to that. So yeah, and yeah, it was just bad because the thing is, I've been listening to John. I listen to John Schnepp. Well, I did listen to John Schnepp pretty much every week. For those that don't know, yes, his podcast and this podcast have sort of similarities, but we're not going to get into that. But I do want to say that listening to this podcast, he was excited about Comic-Con. He couldn't wait to go to Comic-Con. He's talking about it. But each week, Eli, I promise you, I started hearing it in his voice. His voice started sounding weaker. And it started making me nervous. So then I heard he went to the hospital. And then I'm thinking, okay, maybe just something he getting checked out, something like that. And they said, nah, it was more serious than what they thinking. So every day it was going by, I was just, dreading that I was going to wake up and hear this news. And then, like I said, Friday, I woke up and heard the news, and I was like, oh, damn. So, I mean, like I said, you don't expect things like that to happen, but it happens. So, yeah, just want to say rest in peace to John Schnepp. So, yeah. So, that being said, let's move on to the other news. Like I said, a lot of stuff happened at San Diego Comic-Con. And before we get into that, Eli, I also want to talk about one thing about San Diego Comic-Con. Now, one thing is very popular at all Comic-Cons is cosplay.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to say that people are doing a really, really good job of cosplaying this year. Because that's why I feel like when Comic-Con really started, now Comic-Con's been around forever. But there was a time when they're really, really, really starting to get popular when people that weren't in the comic books started coming to Comic-Con. And I feel like when that started happening and cosplay started happening, cosplay became popular. I feel it became popular for the wrong reasons. I feel like I'm going to just put this out there. You get mad at me later on if you want to. I feel like it was a reason for girls to show up and just dress slutty. And nobody can say anything to them. They just dress like strippers. They just... they'll just find whatever, that's why it was so many Harley Quinn costumes that dressed nothing like Harley Quinn in the comics. There's whatever stripper outfit Harley Quinn has, does that. Whatever stripper outfit Catwoman does, or Huntress does, or Poison Ivy does, do that, and they would just, and that's pretty much all it was. They were just trying, you remember Booth Babes, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, and eventually Comic-Con got rid of Booth Babes. People were mad about that because that's really what they were doing. They were really hiring strippers, to sell their products. So they got rid of that. But now I started looking at the cosplay pictures now in Comic-Con and actually see creative stuff, like Iron Spider, with the wings moving and stuff like that. Or, just people being more creative. It's not just people just going there dressing slutty,
Yeah, well, they have those contests where they can win really big money if they win. And some big giant robot like Voltron, full-fledged Voltron outfits with
or some dude just like Thanos or something,
Yeah, They like they probably work for some special effects company, so they cheat and make this
right.
have all this awesome fucking
stuff
materials and shit.
Stuff they're testing out for the movie later on down the road.
Yeah, and they look, but it looks really cool, you know.
Yeah.
And even I mean, I've been to cons where like they get creative and some of these motherfuckers look really good.
And that's the stuff I like to see. I like to see people creative. I don't want to. I mean, look, I do want to see, you know, a big-breasted girl in a Pokemon pullover, you know, with her cleavage out. I'm a red-blooded male. Yes, I love stuff like that. But you gotta be more creative than that.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes some of that stuff doesn't even qualify as cosplay. You know, but that's neither here nor there. Somebody's gonna have an argument about that. Let's get into the main menu. Now, like I said, this is a special episode, so there's stuff on this episode that we do on other episodes that we're not gonna do in this episode. If you're here for the box office numbers, fuck it, we're not doing it. If you have a comic book review,
nobody went to see the movie anymore.
No, look, I don't even know what the fuck. It was a #1 movie that I never heard of, so who cares? We'll do that shit next week. Comic book reviews this week, we're not doing it. I think Justice League came out #3. I dropped that book. Fuck it, it sucks. That's my rating. So we're just gonna get to the meat of the podcast. Go for Nick. Like I said, there's a lot of shit that went on at San Diego Comic-Con, but at the same time, there's a lot of shit that didn't go on at San Diego Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Eli, let's just jump into it now. Of course, everybody that has been listening to the last 3 days or just on the news or social media, everything, you know what has been going on with James Gunn. And Eli and I have been pretty much at war over this argument for like the last 3 days. You know, some of this stuff I want to say, you know, I'm going to say this for the podcast, I'm saying it for it, but every time Eli might post a picture or say something, I'm like, no, fuck it, I'm going to just go right now, you know. So some of the stuff I did want to say for today because I feel like we have two schools of thought, and I feel like the internet is pretty much broken in half on this also. So let's start from the beginning and just say exactly what's going on for people that don't know what's going on right now. So James Gunn has been fired from Marvel. You know, the director and co-writer of Guardian Galaxy 1 and 2. Some of you guys' favorite movies. So he's been fired from Marvel. And the reason he was fired because they said around like 10 years ago, like 08, 09 or something like that, they found some tweets that, well, what even they found some receipts. Eli, who's the guy? Some guy.
Mike, how you say his fucking name? Michael Senovich, the guy, the Pizzagate guy, Gamergate guy.
Right. Shout out to that asshole. Okay. So he was the one that surfaces tweets from a decade ago, put them in a collage, made them public, and it started circulating around the internet, you know, as things do on the internet. Marvel caught wind of it, canned them, and that was the end of it. Now, like I said, people are divided on this right now. There is a petition going on right now for fans that want to get James Gunn rehired again. And last I checked, the petition was over 100,000. Now, by the time you hear this podcast, I'm pretty sure that number will be way past that. Yeah. So Eli, like I said, we had two different schools of thought on this. So I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna ask you a very specific question. Why
don't you just ask me what you want? Because I'm like tired of it.
I'm right. I know. We've been talking about this all week. It's feel like we've talked about this for like 48 hours straight. You know?
I'm like, yeah, and I've been defending him, and then people are like, I'm like coming at me. I've never heard no humor like that, and I'm like, really? You never watched South Park? You never watched Family Guy? And then they like, oh, prove it. Like I'm some connoisseur on like pedophilia jokes and shit, which is insulting in itself. Like what the fuck? So I'm like exhausted, you know.
Okay, like I said, you've had your school of thought about that. You've been, you know, defending James Gunn about that. Basically, you're in the school of thought that thinking that, you know, he shouldn't be fired from Marvel. Basically.
Well, I think, yeah. Does he deserve to be fired? I agree. Yes, he got caught saying stupid shit. In this day and age, you can't do that. Does he deserve to get fired? Yeah. I mean, if that's the rules we're going by these days, sure. I mean, fuck it. You know, that's what, you know, he fucked up and didn't delete his shit like he should have, you know. But, you know, I don't mind him being fired. You know, my beef is judging him for what I believe are just jokes. That's where I'm getting most of the friction. I read the tweets. It's fucked up, but I think he was just making really bad jokes. And that's what I think. I don't think he's serious. He's apologized for these things in the past. Why would he leave them up? I'm pretty sure he just thought they're jokes. I addressed them before. I don't have nothing to worry about. And that's why he didn't delete them. I don't know. But he didn't do it, so now he's fired. So, yeah, he deserves to get fired for being that stupid. But I just don't think, him being judged for jokes and everyone jumping to the this conclusion that he's part of some secret sex cult or whatever. That's my thing. So.
Okay, like I said, that's your school of thought. I respect it. Here's my school of thought. Fuck James Gunn. That's basically what I think about that. I mean, I'm going to back up and say exactly what I thought. Because like I said, you read the tweets. I read the tweets. I think we had two different reactions from those tweets you read. Now, before I read the tweets, I just heard about what was going on with James Gunn. Like, he got fired from Marvel.
I saw the fucking headline. And it said, all I saw was James Gunn, pedophilia. I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay.
What the fuck?
I didn't see that. I didn't see that. But
and then I jumped, like, what the fuck? Because, when the headline really is shocking. And then you go in and read. Then I started reading. I'm like, this dude used to work for Troma.
Right.
He was trying to, he made the PG porn web series, which was fucking hilarious 10 years ago. So I'm sure. And I read the show. I was like, he's just making stupid jokes. These are stupid. Do I find them funny? No. But is he any good at it? No. But there's no way this shit is true. And why, so that's where I was at, but whatever.
Okay. Well,
you left them off.
Right. Now, like I said, where I was with it, like I said, I think we had two reactions from the tweets we had. And we were hearing about he got fired for some stuff he did 10 years ago. Now, let's dig a little deeper into this. Like I said, we said that there was this guy from Pizzagate was the one dug this stuff up. Now, why did he dig this stuff up? Now, for you snowflakes out there, I just want to let you know we're about to get it political. So I'm giving you a warning. Because this whole thing, believe it or not, is political.
Yeah.
So this guy, now for one thing, for people that haven't been keeping up with James Gunn on Twitter, I follow James Gunn on Twitter and Facebook, both of them, and I've been keeping up with everything he's been doing. Now, James Gunn is very, very vocal against Trump.
Yeah.
And not only James Gunn, actually, damn near everybody that works for Marvel is vocal against Trump. Chris Evans, Don Cheadle, that guy that plays the Hulk, all of them. They always go at Trump. So
that motherfucker showed up at Standing Rock. Props to him. Yeah.
No, that was a movie. I was thinking Scarlet Witch too, but that no, it was not Scarlet Witch. It was that other redhead girl, the one that played in one of those young adult movies. I can't remember her name. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, like I said, everybody in Marvel goes at Trump, but of course they're gonna go for the guy they can find dirt on, and they found dirt on James Gunn. So yes, this is political. They went at James Gunn went at Trump. And, of course, a Trump supporter went back at him. They dug up some dirt. They found dirt on him, and they exposed him for it. So that's what happened. The media and the thing was, okay, so it didn't get traction the way it wanted to. But we know it's the only matter of time before this news really, really got rolling, especially if it hit like Monday, Tuesday. And I guarantee you this news we're hearing right now about James Gunn getting fired is going to hit the news big Monday and Tuesday, like on the national news site that are always behind us.
I mean, I already seen it on like CBS or whatever.
I'm just saying the weekend tomorrow it's going to get really big. Like I said, I think we just here in the beginning of this, and they're going to really dig into it. So that being said, we know it's political. We know James Gunn filled banana in tailpipe. We know they got him. Checkmate. He got fired. Now, you can say, okay, we shouldn't, we shouldn't negotiate with cyberbullies. Marvel shouldn't get pressured. Disney shouldn't get pressured by cyberbullies and cyber Nazis and whoever these guys are. And I've been telling people about that. They're like, oh, that's fucked up. You should come back. But then but here's the thing, Eli. I read the tweets. Now, if it was one tweet, two tweet, even 5 tweets about what he was saying, I actually would have let it slide about whatever he said. Because not only did he, first off, there are actually racist tweets in there that they passed in, but nobody pays attention to that. And they're anti-Semitic tweets also where he's talking about Jews, but nobody pays attention to that also. So, but if it was 1 or 2 tweets about that, I wouldn't care. But the fact that there's over 100 tweets about the same topic, about him having sex with little boys, That shit is disturbing.
Well, yeah, if you read it all in one sitting, not over 5 years. The fact that
they even exist. Yes, I understand reading 100 tweets of...
Like, if you watch the same South Park jokes in a row, like, that would get fucked.
Right, but I'm just saying, why are there 100 tweets of him having sex with little boys? Why do they even exist? You want to make 1 or 2? Okay. You want to make 5? Okay, it's kind of weird. But over 100? Dude, when there's smoke, there's fire. Now, I'm not Ted Cruz. I'm not saying we should kick his door in right now and, haul him off and, throw him in the gas chamber or anything like that. I do need to say he need to put on watch. I do think he needs to be investigated because, here's the thing. This is Hollywood. He lives in Hollywood. If he's making jokes like this, I'm not saying James Gunn does this stuff. But maybe James Gunn has seen some stuff like this. Maybe James Gunn is desensitized to stuff like this. And that's maybe one reason why Disney canned his ass. Because they know this maybe there is some kind of crazy child sex ring going on in Hollywood that we don't know about. Like I said, Bryan Singer got fired from his last job because they think he's tied to this shit. Kevin Spacey might be tied to this shit. Now, I'm not saying James Gunn may be tied to this shit, but there is something going on in Hollywood that is not right. That Me Too shit, that is the tip of the iceberg. Think about every child actor that came through Hollywood. Why do you think when they grow up, every single one of them is fucked up? Something is going on there. So when you got some guy just sitting here making jokes about pedophilia and touching little boys, hey, fuck that dude. Just the fact that he even made a joke about it is not cool. Yeah, it was 10 years ago. Oh, he was so young. He was fucking 40. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Have you ever seen The Aristocrats?
I haven't seen The Aristocrats. I know you sent me the joke that Gilbert Gottfried made about The Aristocrats.
Yeah, that dude's like 60
That
when
was
he
funny.
said that shit.
You know what? That was funny. I laughed at that joke.
And like, if you watch that video or if you watch that movie, every comedian goes there. Every comedian does the same. However, the most fucked up offense. That's the point of it. Is to go as offensive as you can. And guess what? There was a South Park did a version of the joke too. And they included 9/11 in it somehow because this happened like right after 9/11.
Okay. Like I said, if you make a joke every now and then, if he would have made 1 or 2 or 5 or even 10 jokes about the Aristocrat, I would have let it slide. Over 100, Eli, something is wrong with that shit. This dude is disturbed. I don't care what you think. He is disturbed.
Yeah, and most artists are. In fact, your art's going to suck if you ain't. And yes, I will admit he has a fucked up sense of humor. And yes, people, I listen to grindcore. I listen to death metal. I'm exposed to this shit a lot. I just saw a meme on my fucking Facebook feed a half hour ago with Jeffrey Dahmer on a toilet saying he dumped his ex-boyfriend. It's like the most offensive shit I've seen it. Some of it I laugh at. Some of it, you're trying too hard. But, I think that's where he's coming from. He's coming from, I'm trying to push boundaries. Does he go a little overboard with the child fucking jokes? Yeah. Do I find them funny? No. But I think he tries to go there. Even in Guardians. Got Rocket Raccoon fucking making fun of the disabled. He's stealing fucking legs from a guy with one leg. He's stealing an eye, and he fucking laughs at it.
Like I said, a joke every now and then, you can let it slide. You can overlook it.
He's making fun of the disabled. Hey,
Deadpool makes a joke about that fat kid getting molested in jail. So but you let it slide.
Yeah, those jokes. I'm just saying those jokes exist. That's my point. The act. Oh my God, he's got this fucked up sense of humor. Yeah, like lock him up.
We can't lock him up. That's the thing. Now, people need to take. That's one thing we need to get this straight. People need to take the First Amendment out of this. People need to take freedom of speech out of this. This has nothing to do with the First Amendment of speech. Like absolutely jack shit, nothing. This is about James Gunn did something stupid on social media and his boss caught him. That's what the fuck happened. Yeah. Any one of you do that shit, the same thing will happen to you. Yeah, First Amendment or no First Amendment.
And this was 10 years ago. This is like right when I joined Facebook. Right. And I thought, I'm just online with a bunch of my friends and we can say fucked up shit to each other. And we were. I probably got shit on my feed that I'm probably not proud of, and people will fucking. I've already been called sexist and racist and homophobic in the past because of stupid shit I post on Facebook. because we thought back then it was just a party. Nowadays, it's a fucking it's a court case. It's social media's scripture now.
Right.
You can't let that shit fly. And that's just that's just the day and age we live in.
Yeah. And one thing we do need, and one thing that I will agree with you on, Eli, that needs to be cleared up. Disney knew about this shit. Disney's pretending like they didn't know about this shit. They are a goddamn lie.
Yeah, because he apologized for it 5 years.
He apologized for it. And plus, if you get hired for Disney, like I know, they vet everybody and they check their history before they come in there.
Yeah.
This guy is from Trauma. If he made 100 tweets about fucking little boys, they knew that shit. So the thing is, what they want to do is just, when the shit hits the fan and he gets exposed, they throw James Gunn under the bus so they don't look bad.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, this is all about protecting their stocks, protecting their image.
Right.
Protecting their money. This is what it's really all about, because, I mean, they got, like I said, they got wife beaters on their payroll. I mean, Josh Brolin used to beat the shit out of Diane Lane.
I mean, right. You got Robert Downey Jr., who not only he has all this crazy shit in his past, he played fucking blackface. And nobody gave a fuck.
That's right. He did.
Right.
And they thought it was edgy and
right.
and stupid sense of humor.
Right.
So
like I said, and people want to bring up all Disney's past and stuff like that. Like, okay, yes, Walt Disney was a Nazi. Yes, Walt Disney hated Jews. Yes, Walt Disney was a racist. Yes, all this stuff like that. But is any of that shit they did back in 1954 fucking with their money right now? No, it's not. But
and they ain't gonna get rid of it either.
And they're not gonna get rid of it because
Peter Pan is gonna end up on that fucking on their streaming service.
Right.
I mean, there's a live action Peter Pan.
Well, see, the thing
with
is,
with a white actress playing Tiger Lily.
Right. Well, see, it's not gonna be a big deal unless we make it a big deal.
Yeah. So.
And even if we make it a big deal, somebody else is gonna say it's not a big deal.
Yeah, and here's my thing. I mean, like whoever exposed this, they did it perfectly. They're using PC political correctness as a weapon. They're using what the left holds so dear and using it against them and basically creating a divide. And that's what worries me, that they're taking our morals and using them against us and basically fucking up the movement forward, fucking up progressives in the way.
I mean, anything can be used as a weapon. So
yeah, and because I mean, I didn't give a shit about the Roseanne shit. She said some stupid jokes. Yeah, they were racist. I could tell she was trying to be funny, but they backfired. She got fired for it. But you go listen to our pod when we addressed it. I even said let her have the show because she does way more or less damage doing a TV show than she will not having a job. Who knows what she's going to do now? What her crazy ass is going to do.
That's true.
Keep her fucking occupied. Let her do this fucking show.
Right.
Now I'm worried what the fucking crazy loony bitch is going to do now.
Right.
Because Trump might hire her for some shit.
Right. At least they were able to keep some sort of leash on her when she did.
I mean, I defended Roseanne.
Now, to be honest with you, the thing I'm more pissed off than anything else that James Gunn is about, like I said, the tweets are fucked up. But the fact he didn't delete that shit, he is a fucking dumbass.
That's what I would agree with you on.
That's what he's a fucking dumbass for this shit. He should have deleted that entire account.
No shit.
Right, because a lot of people do that shit. Like for instance, Donald Glover did that shit. Donald Glover.
Oh yes.
Donald Glover had his old Twitter. His old Twitter had plenty of homophobic rants on there.
I seen Donald Glover's stand-up routine.
Right.
He used to do stand-up.
He does a lot of stand-up. He does a lot of shit that would not fly nowadays. He says a lot of negative stuff about black women also, because Donald Glover says he was a black nerd and black women didn't like him. So obviously he had some kind of grudge against black women. So
no, I did hear that too. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know. I heard that bit.
Right, but I'm not going to dig too deep into that. I'm just going to let that go. But what happened?
And for the record, I thought it was funny. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't hear it, but I'm not going to go there. But the thing was, Donald Glover, when he got Disney money and got solo money or whatever money he got, he deleted his shit. Started from fucking scratch. So you can't find that shit anywhere. Like you can maybe dig it up. You can maybe find it somewhere, hack into the but the fact that it doesn't exist, he can always say, hey, I didn't do it. I don't know what you're talking about. Plausible deniability. This shit that James Gunn did, you can't deny it. It's not like he said it at a party and somebody overheard him. It's not like he slapped somebody in the face with a dick and it's just he say, she say. It's right there in front of you. He can't deny it.
Yeah.
So Disney, in that point, had no choice but to do what they did.
Yeah, you can't do that shit these days.
Right. Yeah, maybe. Who gives a fuck if it was 10 years ago? It still happened. It's still blowback from them, especially when they're trying to get this Fox deal done, and Fox is probably trying to find any reason they can to pull out of this shit. Yeah. So, yeah, they're going to protect their interests.
I agree with him being fired. I just don't think he did what he joked about. But if they do an investigation and they found out that he did, well, then fuck his whole life, and I was wrong.
I mean, like I said, you saying for sure he didn't do it. I'm saying I don't know this guy. Like we say all the time, we see people on TV, oh, he would never do that. Then he turns around and does that shit.
Yeah, I mean, you want to bring up Bill Cosby? Yeah, Bill Cosby had us all duped.
Right. Oh, everybody. Well, when I bring up Bill Cosby, they want to shut me down. Don't bring Bill Cosby into this.
Yeah. Well, the fucked up thing about Bill Cosby is Bill Cosby painted himself as this wholesome, family-friendly, comedic, figure, writing books about fatherhood and promoted this good, clean, wholesome image. And then the whole time he was being a scumbag.
Okay, since we want to go bring up Bill Cosby, I'm gonna go there. Everything Bill Cosby learned, he learned from Hugh Hefner.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, expand on that. I'm listening.
Okay, that's what the fuck happened when Hugh Hefner, because Hugh Hefner was supposed to be this revolutionary, so he had black comedians showing up at the Playboy Mansion and stuff like that. And one of the main ones he had was Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was at the Playboy Mansion every single weekend. White girls everywhere. He was swimming in them. So of course he learned everything he learned from Hugh Hefner. You think Hugh Hefner wasn't doing that shit too?
Oh, I'm sure.
All of those guys were doing that shit because the thing was, when Bill Cosby was doing that shit, he used to talk about that shit in the interviews like it was fashionable, like it was no big deal. So obviously he learned that shit from somewhere. But at the same time, Bill Cosby is treated like, fucking Charles Manson, where Hugh Hefner dies a hero. But he had all these women that hated his guts, but they only stayed with him because he was pretty much the key to their success.
We did say he was a hero, didn't we? I think we said he was a hero.
I said he was a controversial figure. I said he was a misunderstood man. I never said he was reffing Hugh Hefner.
Better delete that episode.
Right. Before we get hashtag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But my point is, like Bill Cosby tried to pretend like he was like this clean, wholesome father figure. And the whole time he was doing fucked up shit. And here's James Gunn, who's like joking about doing fucked up shit. So, I think you have to pay attention to the ones who pretend to be cool and pretend to be like they ain't got no fucking shit, that like their shit don't stink. The ones who pretend to be wholesome. That's who I question more than someone who's saying stupid shit all the time.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that shit disturbed me. They need to look into James Gunn. Now, if he comes out clean, cool. Because honestly, I think this shit, when I was doing it, I feel that this is a bump in the road for James Gunn. Now, he's done with Marvel. He's done with Marvel. He ain't come back to that shit. Next time, he can always crank another movie he wants to. All you fanboys love his ass anyway, so you're going to see his next movie anyway, no matter what he does. Maybe he goes to DC. Maybe he cranks his own shit.
Whatever and he goes back to making horror movies.
Or goes back to making horror movies. The point is, James Gunn will be fine. And that's the thing, Eli. Honestly, with this whole shit, I really don't feel any empathy for him.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get into it, man. I was like, shit, he's a millionaire. He's gonna be fine.
If I say the wrong shit, not done. Right.
I ain't a millionaire.
Right. Right. You're gonna have everybody attacking you and
yeah. Motherfucker, yeah. Doing it all weekend and shit. Right.
That's another reason why I'm like, fuck James Gunn, because he did stupid shit. He got caught doing it, but at the same time, it's a bump in the road for him. And he's still sitting at home with millions of dollars.
Yeah.
They're not taking his money away. They're not throwing him in jail.
And he ain't gonna get his job back. I mean, Al Franken ain't getting his job back, so why the fuck did you let James Gunn get it?
Right. He fucking made a couple raccoon movies. Shit.
Yeah. So.
Anyway, we done with this shit?
Yeah, please.
All right, move on past this shit. Trying to think, is there any other Marvel news? No, there wasn't any Marvel news because Marvel.
That was the only. Yeah, Marvel had the biggest news, and they didn't even show up to Comic-Con.
Didn't even show up to Comic-Con. That's the fucked up part about it. Think if they did show up, you know. Oh, but you know what? There was one group that did show up at Marvel.
What was that? The X-Men?
Oh no, they may have, but no, I don't know if they did or not. Iron Fist.
Oh really? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Iron Fist was the only panel that showed up to Comic-Con.
Oh.
So when they
I watched the Deadpool. They had a Deadpool 2 for like their Ultimate Cut or something they're releasing.
Oh really?
The Blu-ray
did they say what was different?
There's some new shit on there. Yeah,
Okay. So are we gonna get pissed off about them for having extended cut?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's probably cut down for the lengthwise and stuff, and probably more fucked up jokes.
Fuck that.
That would get somebody fired if they tweeted about it.
Right.
You put it in a movie, it's fine, and it's uncut. It's the director's cut.
You put it in a tweet, everybody.
But if you tweet about that shit, that's your ass.
Right. Maybe he should have said that shit in Rocket Raccoon's voice. You know?
Yeah, no shit. Because then it would have probably made me laugh.
Right. Really fucked up, man. Okay, what we talking about?
Throw some bestiality into the mix. Yeah,
right. So him and Groot fucking or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, by Iron Fist, like I said, we saw Iron Fist again. And yeah, Eli, it still looks like shit.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I'm like, well.
Doesn't look any better. It looks like shit. School Misty Knight's gonna be in there. Colleen Wing was the only thing that kept me through that last show. I mean, the last season. So I'm glad she's back. But yeah, he just looks just as boring and like he can't fight worth a damn just as much. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, they said I don't know if you know Alice Eve. She's gonna be in the show. Apparently, rumors are she's gonna be Typhoid Mary.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool. For those who don't know Typhoid Mary, she has like either split personalities or she has split personality with powers. I don't know. Change the shit. Whatever. Iron Fist garbage will come out September. Netflix will go back to being Netflix. We may. I'll let you review it, Eli, if you see it.
If I see, I still haven't finished the first season.
Oh, you lucky bastard. Okay, moving past Marvel, now we can actually move to DC. Now, DC actually, and here's the fucked up part about it, Eli. This is the weird thing this weekend. How is it that DC won Comic-Con and Marvel took an L? How did that happen?
Well, nobody lost their job at DC.
So that's a win situation. That's a first. Yeah. So first thing we want to talk about DC, and before we actually get into that, we want to talk about DC's new service. They have a new service called DC Universe. Now, Eli, I posted it. Did you see anything about the DC Universe thing they were doing?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's. I'll have to wait till tax season to get that subscription.
Well, you got a limited amount of time now. For the rest,
I saw that.
Yeah, for the rest you don't know, I'm gonna spell it out for you. I don't know why I was advertising and promoting for DC. DC owed me a fucking check because I told everybody what the fuck you was doing when you wouldn't even advertise the shit. So here's what's going on with DC. I'm gonna lay this out plain and clear. So DC Universe has two payment plans. They have a monthly payment plan for $7.99, $8 a month. Or you can get a year for $74.99. I hope I'm getting those numbers right.
I believe. And if you do it now, you get 3 months free. So...
Yes, you get 3 months free. So instead of $12 12 months, you get 15 months. Yeah, but wait, there's more. Mm-hmm. Not only do you get 15 months, you also win a chance of winning 2 tickets to Aquaman.
Oh, okay.
Let me repeat that. You get a chance. You don't get 2 tickets to Aquaman. So you're really
cereal boxes do the same shit,
You get a chance, right? So you eat cereal boxes for a whole fucking week, you gain 20 pounds and you don't win shit. Then you gotta spend the next 2 months running that shit off. So yeah. Thanks, Tony the Tiger. What else we got? So that's DC, what's going on right now. I'm trying to think, is there any other new? Oh, so for those that don't know everything that's going on with DC, so they do have some show. Now they have shows that are going to be on there. They have movies that are going to be on there, like Batman the Animated Series, actually going to be remastered in the HD, which has never been done before. So it's on DC Universe. It's going to be remastered, so it's going to look better than it's ever has before.
So it's going to look better than it does on Amazon.
Exactly. I have it on Amazon, but it looks like shit on Amazon. But I don't care because it's Batman, so I still like it.
Yeah.
But they're saying this is gonna be the ultimate version of whatever, so that's gonna be cool. Not only that, they're gonna have comics on there. Now, I want to clear this up because I know some people have been confused on there. They have a curated collection of comics, so that does not mean every single DC comic is gonna be on there. They're gonna have a very select few collection of that. Marvel Unlimited is the same thing. Marvel Unlimited does not have every single comic on there, and and they're like $6 a month. So this is not that. So they have that. They have and they have original shows also. So Eli, let's dig into that. The original show, like I said, the first show we're gonna talk about Titans.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the show. Eli, I'm gonna let you lead off with that. What did you think about the Titans trailer?
I thought it looked all right. I was a little surprised by the "fuck Batman" line.
Yeah.
Especially coming from Dick.
Right.
I was like, Damian or Jason, I'd expect that kind of behavior from, but not you, Dick.
Right. You're supposed to be the good one.
Yeah. And wasn't he shooting people too? I'm like, who the fuck is this Dick?
I think he shot people. I think he cracked somebody's skull.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell, man? Like this Dick on crack or something.
Right.
So, but I can tell like they're really trying to sell us on it. I don't know if I'm completely sold. I mean, it just looks like it did kind of look like Arrow just with swearing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I mean, I'm not completely sold on the thing. I mean, the comics is what I'm more interested in. You know? I mean, like I said, I watch Batman and animated series all the time on Amazon. I even got a couple of the box sets on DVD. I know that's an old dead format, but I got them. They got commentary tracks and shit.
Okay.
But I'm not so much interested in the shows or new animated movies and stuff. I was hoping it was going to be more like Marvel Unlimited, where you get a bunch of comics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you stick in comics, you get other stuff also. Now, let me give my opinion on Titans real quick for a second. I think this show looks like shit. I think you were a little bit easier on it than I.
Damn, you're just like fuck everything.
I really am. I guess I'm in a bad mood, man. It's been a rough work week for me, And so the reason I think it looks like shit because it's just like you said, Dick Grayson. It's like we've read Titan comics. We read Teen Titan comics. Mm-hmm. This is doing the same bullshit we thought DC was getting away from, where everything is overly dark and overly gritty, and it feel like they don't understand that. People don't want that shit. That doesn't make your show or your movie better just by making everything dark and throwing swear words and blood in it. Especially with this group, it doesn't work. You fuck Batman. It's like you said. That's not Dick. Why does he have a staff? That's Tim Drake's thing. Fuck Batman. That's Jason Todd's thing. So it's just like they're just being
shooting people. That's Jason Todd's thing. Right.
Cracking skulls. That's Damian thing. So it's like they don't know what tone they go. It feels like they're trying too hard. They try like, please watch us instead of just trusting in their tone of what made the comic successful in the first place. They don't understand it. They just like just take any property and just think they can make it just dark and gritty and it will sell. No, it doesn't work like that. Starfire, I'm sorry, still looks like shit. So we saw the picture. They're like, oh, wait till they put the special effects on. The shit look better. But they put the special effects on. Still look like shit. So. Completely miscast. I think that pretty much to me, Eli, that takes you out of the show, of the trailer. Because the thing is, when you're watching a movie, or you're watching a TV show or anything like that, you're in this illusion, you're in this immersion, and all it takes is one little thing to knock you out of that illusion. You're watching Justice League and you're liking it, but then you see Superman's CGI mustache pop up and bam, it takes you out of it. Same thing when you see Starfire. All it takes is one little thing to just take you out of it. And it just reminds you, oh, I'm watching a shitty TV show. And it's like you say it's CW, you say it's Arrow, I say it's YouTube. I've seen better shit on YouTube. Bat in the Sun has better effects than this shit.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
I'm wondering about the Beast Boy budget. Like, what are they going to do with them? Is he
paying him green,
Is he going to fucking transform into anything cool?
No, what he's going to do, he's going to flex, cut away, and then they'll show a dog or something.
A fucking puppet or something?
Right.
Kermit the Frog or something?
Right. I'm going to eat you. Some shit like that. So that's Titans. But here's the thing. I don't give a fuck about that show. I do care about Young Justice season 3. That does get me because, like I said, I love season 1. I love season 2. They were on Netflix. DC took them away, but they're saving this one for season 3. So that has me interested, But it's like you say, Eli. What has me interested more than anything else is the comics. Now I know they're not gonna have a wide selection because, like I said, they're just starting this thing. We're probably gonna be in beta mode and stuff like that. So it's gonna take a while for them to catch up to what Marvel Unlimited had. Because Marvel Unlimited is cranking out these books every week. Every week is new stuff. Last week I read Black Goliath, the whole series. It sucked, but the fact that I got a chance to read it, it was still cool, So
yeah, I went back and read the whole Power Man and Iron Fist.
Okay, that's next on the list. That's next on the list.
Yeah.
Okay, you talking about the John Byrne, Chris Claremont run?
No, the latest one. What's his name? Walker. That's why I stopped reading it.
Okay. Because
I had number 1, and I was like, I'm not into this, and I just went because right after watching Luke Cage, I was like, I'm gonna go back and give it a whirl, and
Yeah. What I was planning to do, I was gonna go back and read like the John Byrne, Chris Claremont run. But then I started looking at how many books it was.
Like the early 80s shit?
Yeah. Shit.
I remember reading some of that shit when I was a kid. Yeah. I mean,
so,
when I actually thought Iron Fist looked cool. Because I was like,
so
like 6
maybe
years
that
old.
will make me like Iron Fist. I don't know. I'll take a look at it and see, But see, now that, DC has their list coming out, it's making me scared because Comic-Con is having Comixology is having a sale right now with DC books. And I'm scared, should I buy some DC books that are going to show up on the DC list also?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe.
Decision.
So, Eli, let me ask you another question. Do you think is the price where you expected it to be for everything?
Actually, $7.99 a month isn't bad for what they're offering. I mean, but in the realm of things, it's, you got Netflix, you got Hulu, Amazon, that's 3 right now, right? We're up to like $30. That's another.
Did you say Amazon Prime?
Yeah, Amazon. And then that. I mean, plus your internet connection. I mean, shit's
And the funny thing is, people are cutting the internet connection to get all this other stuff.
Yeah, but you need to have a fast one to watch it.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to watch it on that fucking basic plan.
Exactly. They capped that shit on purpose.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I'll probably do, like I said, like my Marvel subscription comes around, like it renews during tax season, so I know I got that big chunk of change in my account. So when it comes out, oh cool, I'm good for another year.
Yeah. I mean, it's cheaper to go by the year than it is the month.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then
I did the numbers. When you do it by a year, it's like $5 a month or some shit.
Yeah, it's not bad, when you're in the realm of things. It's just when you accumulate everything, it gets expensive. It's like, do I really want this for another,
Right.
Because I got Hulu, I got fucking Amazon and Netflix,
Right. I got Amazon is expensive. Amazon is like $100.
Yeah, a year. That same thing, like tax season.
And they hit at the same time.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I was looking at my check one day and I was like, okay, I have so much money to make it to the next paycheck. And then, bam, they hit both at the same time when paying. It's just like, oh shit, all my money's gone. Okay. Peanut butter sandwiches for the rest of the week. So.
But I'll be entertained.
Right.
That's what really matters.
Right. So yeah, that's the thing. But I think it's price quote. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be $10. I was expecting $10 for everything they were getting. And people are saying that, $7 is too expensive, especially with everything. It's cheaper than Netflix, for one thing. Yeah. Like Netflix is $11. They raised the price. Those people don't realize they raised the price.
Yeah.
Because I'm hearing a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm paying $10 for Netflix." No, you're not.
And I also have PlayStation View, and they're raising the price on that shit too, like by $5.
Okay.
So it's like, fuck. I mean, I got all the shit, so I didn't have to get cable, and it's like.
And you're paying more for cable than you would have for that. So.
Yeah, it's like I might as well just get cable.
Right.
Then Disney. I mean, CBS has their thing, and you got
Star
Disney
Trek on there, and yeah.
Yeah. That's like, I don't know if I want Disney shit just so I can watch some Star Wars shit.
Right.
I mean, I haven't even watched Rebels,
Right. I mean, that's the thing. When these stuff start piling up, I'm gonna start having to make some choices. I'm gonna start making some hard choices.
Yeah.
Something's gonna have to go. I don't know what. I'm paying $6 a month for Comixology Unlimited, and I never read anything on there. So I'm just paying the money for something I'm not even using.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just start looking at my bill and start seeing where I can cut, because I can take that money and give it to DC.
Yeah, man, because we ain't got no James Gunn money.
Right. Not sitting on them, sitting on our ass when we make fucked up tweets. So shit. So yeah, so I think, but the thing is, Eli, I think we're cut a little bit differently because the comics are selling us. When I've been talking to regular people about the DC and just telling them what they do, they don't really give a shit about the comics on there.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not paying that money for that. I don't care. Because honestly, I would probably, if the list was good enough, I probably would pay the $7 just for the comics.
Yeah, and that's probably, and the reason why I don't got a lot of Marvel shit on my pull list is because I have unlimited.
Yeah,
I gotta wait. I gotta wait a few months.
You gotta wait. It's 6 months. It's there. It's right on there. The Avengers No Surrender shit that we reviewed some months ago. It's on there.
Yeah, and you told me about it. I was like, I don't have to read it now. So.
Right. So I was gonna go back and read it again. Just check it out. So if DC list is that good, I would have paid $7 for that. But you telling me you get that and maybe some crappy TV shows that I may or may not watch? Okay, whatever. Like PlayStation View has some crappy TV shows.
Yeah, that I don't watch.
Yeah, so I mean,
then you got the fucking YouTube's because I tried watching the Karate Kid show. Yep. I watched the 2 free ones because they got the 2 episodes for free. Yep. But then you want to watch the rest of them, you got to fucking sign up. And I tried to do it for free. You get a free month.
Right.
I was like, well, I'll just do it for a month for free and watch the rest of the season. But I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Or of course they're not gonna make it easy for you.
Yeah, I'm like clicking around, like, how the fuck do I join? So I was like, all right, fuck the Karate Kid. I ain't watching.
Like I said, all this shit starts adding up after a while. So I just want to get just one subscription and just be done with it, and that's it.
Like YouTube has their what's his name? What's that asshole? Logan.
Oh, that asshole! Remember, it's 2 of them now. Logan. Yeah. One of them is banging Quake from Shield.
Yeah.
I don't know which one. Maybe both of them. I don't know.
Yeah, she just lost a bunch of cool points.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, they got his show, shows with him. I don't want to fucking watch him.
Right. So, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, all this should start adding up, and like I said, for me, something's gonna go. But I like the fact that DC's doing it. Make a bunch of crappy shows. I don't care. You know what? What would sell me alone if they put this one show on there? You know what show I'm about to say?
Okay.
Smallville.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose. That would make sense.
If they put Smallville on there, because Smallville is on Hulu right now. If they put Smallville on the DC show, they got my money easily, no problem.
Okay.
So I'll probably subscribe to it. Not this month. I'm gonna wait till next month to look at some funds and see.
Oh, they would probably have all the Batman 66 shows on there too, huh?
I'm almost positive they would, because I think when they showed the clip, they showed Batman on there.
Oh yeah, see now I'm thinking.
Yeah, they got some stuff on there,
Yeah.
So we'll see. Let me see. Yeah, we can move past that. Let's talk about the video game section for a second. We're just gonna talk about it real quick and just move on from that one. Eli, I saw the greatest video game movie of all time this week.
Yeah, Ready Player One?
No. What I saw was a YouTube video of Uncharted.
Oh yeah, you said I didn't get a chance to watch it.
It was so awesome, man. Here's the thing. It starred Nathan Fillion. For those that don't know Nathan Fillion, like I said, he was in Firefly and Castle and all this stuff like that.
And James Gunn Slither.
And James Gunn. He's like best friends with James Gunn. Yeah. Like he was in, I think, both of the Guardians movies.
Yeah.
Like cameo stuff like that. So that being said, he was in there. And the thing is, what makes it so awesome is because when you see him, you see the character. You see Nathan Drake. Like when I just saw a screenshot of it, I stopped and like, oh shit, is that Nathan Drake? And I realized no, that was Nathan Fillion, because they based his likeness in the video game, based the likeness on Nathan Fillion. People have been wanting him to play Drake for the longest. So when he was playing Drake, it felt like the video game came to life. He was making the cracking the jokes like he did in the video game, and he was doing the same movements. You can tell he's a little bit on the older side to play Drake, but you know what? I loved it anyway. Didn't care.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, man, I wanted more of this shit. I was like, you could have gave me this shit, and I would have paid for this. I would have paid for a live action version of this. They gave it to me for free, so I'm like, oh well, I'll take it. So that being said, if you haven't seen it, definitely go look it up. It's Uncharted something, Nathan Fillion. It's easy to find. It's like 16 minutes. You're gonna love it. If you watch the IGN version, they actually put like a health meter and a gun ammo life meter to it, just like Uncharted. So it's just like the video game, you know. That being said, can we move on to the main part of the podcast?
Wow, we haven't gotten there yet. Oh,
yeah. This is gonna be an epic one here, but we're gonna move on. Like I said, so if we're gonna skip past the comic part of the section, what we're gonna do is talk about the 2 trailers that we saw at Comic-Con. My 2 favorite trailers. I know you saw some stuff, Eli, but I'm talking about my 2 favorite trailers, and they were the DC trailers. First one to talk about is Shazam. Like I said, I've been watching. I've been waiting to see how this Shazam thing was gonna go on because, like I said, DC has had some, a rough track record getting where they are right now. But honestly, Eli, I saw this trailer and I'm sold on the movie. I'm sold on everything about this movie.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So some things that were going on in there, I was wondering whether or not, Zachary Levi was going to play off Shazam. I think he does. I do think the suit is a little rubbery, but for the tone that the movie is going for, I feel like it fits.
Yeah.
And so now here's my thing. I know I've heard a lot of people about this trailer say that they thought it was a little goofy, a little corny, They could have made it a little bit, more serious. I'm like, do you know anything about this character? He's pretty much the goofiest, corniest comic booky character there is. I mean, you can't get corny. I mean, matter of fact, the stuff you saw in the trailer isn't even the goofiest stuff in his comics. Like, his arch enemy is like a giant worm. His sidekick is a talking tiger. Everybody in his family gets powers. The handicapped boy gets powers. His sister shows up and gets powers. One of his foster parents get powers. Everybody else in the place get powers. So it's like super, super serious. Now I understand how is this going to clash with Black Adam. We don't know. Now people are saying, is Black Adam going to be in the movie? Black Adam is not going to be in the movie. I don't give a fuck what IMDb says. You can't trust IMDb. They will say whatever the fuck they want to say on there. So save him for the sequel. He will be in there. He is going to be, Rock will be executive producer on the movie, but that is it. Like I said, this is just a Shazam, Shyvana movie. Best case scenario, he may be at the credit scene. That's about it. But that doesn't mean he's going to be in the movie. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And the next trailer we can get to is Aquaman. Now,
okay.
for me, Eli, this one stole the show. This was the MVP of Comic-Con.
Okay.
Yeah, it gave me everything I was expecting. Jason Momoa, I feel like he has arrived extra. I think he's going to be a household name. He was going to get the women to show up anyway.
I think he already is. I mean, chicks dig this motherfucker.
He's there. He's there. I just feel like a household name, But I think he's on his way to be there. But yeah, he's like the sex symbol, stuff like that. So he's gonna get everybody there. The movie did have kind of like a Romance in the Stone feel to it. I feel like if you're gonna have, a beefcake like Momoa in there, you gotta have a love story. I mean, if you're gonna get women to show up anyway, give them a love story. And I felt like him and Amber Heard had this like Romance in the Stone type thing, this thing going on, and I think that's part of it.
Romantic. It's funny that you like have all the romantic movies you come up. That's the one.
That's the thing that came to me. I don't know. I love Romance in the Stone. I don't know.
Look at those snappers.
2 snaps and a twirl around the world. See, that's how you get hashtag Eli. So yeah, like I said, all this stuff. Ocean Master looked awesome in the movie. Black Manta. Holy fuck. Yeah. I'm going to see the movie just for him. I don't give a fuck if he's 5 minutes in the movie. I'm going to see the movie just for him because that shit looked fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It sold me on it. Here's the thing, Eli. I made a promise to myself. I'm eating crow. My buddy told me 5 years ago I need to read those Aquaman comics by Jeff Johns. I said, fuck Aquaman.
Oh.
I am never reading. Yeah, I've never read the Aquaman comic. I never read a Aquaman comic, period.
Like Throne of Atlantis and all them shit?
I think I read like the Justice League tie-in, but I didn't read like his run leading up to it. Mm-hmm. So my friend keeps saying, read Aquaman. Aquaman is awesome. They rebooted me. Like fuck Aquaman. I'm not reading Aquaman. I'm not reading it. Super friend shit. I don't give a fuck what they do with Aquaman. I don't care. And now I'm looking at this trailer, and it makes me want to go back and read Aquaman.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what got me into Aquaman. You know, because my buddy did that shit. He fucking here. He brought it. He's like, here, just gave me the fucking trade.
Right.
You know, and I was like, damn, you got any more? And he kept borrowing me. I was like, I kept reading. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start reading this shit now.
So, like I said, I've
cool.
never read an Aquaman before. I even probably want to go back and read the Peter David run, like back in the '90s. You know, when he lost his hand.
That's what I want to go back and start reading older shit, which is why the DC Unlimited fucking shit is interesting.
That's true, because I'm pretty sure you're right. I shouldn't buy the shit if it's gonna be on there anyway. So
yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, they're probably gonna load that shit full of Aquaman shit.
Oh yeah, it'll probably come out around then too.
Yeah. Well, the Aquaman, like I think it's coming out in September. They didn't say, but I'm guessing September.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just throwing a number. I'm just throwing a date out there. I don't know. But yeah. But here's the only something does worry me though, Eli.
Yeah.
They may be throwing too much shit in this movie.
It does. Yeah, I did notice. It looked like the trench was in there.
The trench was in there. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, wow, they're really. And I when I saw that, I was like, oh, you know,
because you could have had just a movie of the trench.
Yeah.
And I would have been fine. But you got the trench.
Yeah.
You got
all those
Master.
monsters. You got Black Manta. Like, damn. Yeah. You're right. It is full of shit.
I'm
like Mira.
Like right. So you're feeling kind of Spider-Man 3-ish right now. No. So I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but but from what I saw, this shit looks exciting. You had that ocean war at the end with the crustacean, the sharks with laser beams on their head and shit, and I'm like, okay, this shit looks fucking
Everybody's
awesome.
riding. He's riding some big giant monster and shit.
Right. I'm like, okay, you sold me on this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks great. I mean, I was already into it already, but now I'm like, whoa, this is. I was already going to see it, but now I'm there.
Yep.
I'm really excited. My excitement is even, has surpassed.
Exactly. So here's the thing. So we got Aquaman, which looks like it's going to be a hit. We don't know, but it looks like it's going to be a hit. Shazam, I feel like it's going to be a hit also. So that's 2. Wonder Woman's going to be after that. And Eli, they're back in it.
They might be.
They're back in it. And then not only that, actually in the same month, DC has another movie coming out. They have 2 movies coming out at the same time, Wonder Woman.
Oh, really?
Joker.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And that's where they'll fuck it all up.
That's where they fuck it all up. But here's the thing. If it fucks up, they're just going to ignore it.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's like no matter what, if it's good, it's good. If it's fucked up, ignore it. So yeah, that's the perfect movie for them.
Yeah, I Shazam. I remember Shazam as a little kid.
Yeah.
But I'm not too familiar with them, but I was a little worried about Zachary Levi as the character. But once I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, I get it. He's playing a kid in an adult body.
Yeah, and especially when they showed him, he started doing the floss dance, like the backpack kid, whatever like that. And at first they hit me, I was like, okay, he's too old to do that damn dance. Nobody in their 30s should be doing that dance. Then I started like, oh, he's not in his 30s.
Yeah.
He's 12 years old, so.
Yeah, it's like Big or vice versa or Freaky Friday or something.
Or 18 again, something like that.
Yeah, like those body switching movies.
Right, that was so popular in the 80s.
Yeah, now I get why Zachary Levi,
because he can play that role. I feel like they didn't just grab some muscle dude and just throw him in there. They got a guy that can play that part.
Because when I think of Shazam, I think of Kingdom Come.
Right. And that's the thing that it kind of fucking people up because that is Shazam, but it's not Shazam. Because in Kingdom Come, he was an adult.
Yeah.
So he wasn't doing the goofy playing around, hey, I'm a kid, ooh, I beat Superman. No, he was ready to fuck people up in that comic.
Yeah.
So this is not that. He will eventually get there, but that's down the road. So yeah.
But that seems funny. Like that looks like a fun movie, and it's different.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's the thing that DC has figured out. Their movies have different tones. Aquaman has a different tone from Shazam. They're not doing like they used to, like, oh, Batman's popular? Well, let's just keep that same tone with everybody. Let's make Superman the same tone as Batman, because that'll work. No,
well, Aquaman just looks like its own movie anyways. It just looks like a fantasy movie underwater, which we've never really seen before.
Right. But they didn't they didn't make it Batman underwater.
Yeah.
It made its own thing. But I do have one little thing to address that I have seen several articles popping up in like the last hour before we started.
I got one gripe, but go ahead.
No. I'm gonna let you go because this is gonna take me a second.
Okay. My one gripe, and it's just a stupid gripe, is Mira's hair. It's just
the tomato hair. Yeah,
that's I can handle all the bad CGI, but when I see her hair, I'm like, that's fake.
Yeah, it looks bad. It looks like shit. Like it didn't look that bad in Justice League. So why does it stick out so much here?
Yeah, I love Mira. I think Mira's an awesome character, and I'm just like,
I just love Amber Heard. It's like, okay, you ladies want to go see Jason Momoa? That's cool. I'm here for Amber Heard. Is she crazy shit? Of course, she's hot. She's supposed to be. No, so I'm sold there. But yeah, the tomato.
Did she dump Elon Musk? Like,
did she?
I think so.
What the fuck dumps Elon Musk?
Because she's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, it's like they said that hotness to crazy ratio. So
yeah, that's not. They don't make good decisions.
Right. Oh shit. So yeah, that's the thing there. So I'm excited about the movie, but this is not my gripe. This is just some things that I've seen popping up online lately, and I've been seeing a lot of people comparing Aquaman to Black Panther.
What?
Let me dig a little deeper. Okay. They're saying the plot of Aquaman from the 3-minute trailer they saw reminds them way too much of the plot to Black Panther. Except the difference is that what if Killmonger was the good guy, was the hero of the story?
Yeah, I'm not seeing that at all. I'm not making that. That's a stretch. They're reaching.
It's a stretch. It's a stretch. I agree with you on that. We're on the same page in that.
This was an article?
Yes, it's an article. I saw actually a few articles of that.
Holy
where they
shit.
try to compare the trailers. They were basically saying, okay, I'm trying to see how they were saying it. Okay, they're saying royalty that was exiled from their home comes back to the home to battle the king, for the
that's
throne.
Lord of the Rings. That's like every fucking fantasy novel.
In an underground city, in an underground advanced city that hasn't been found by society, all this stuff like that, And I'm just thinking and like you said, fantasy. You could say fantasy, like Lord of the Rings. I was gonna say like the underground hidden city. That's just a comic trope.
Yeah.
Like that's been going on forever. I mean, Atlantis, Adelon from the Inhumans,
Jar Jar Binks' world, and
Jar Jar Binks, the hidden city, Asgard. The same thing when Jack Kirby made that. Themyscira. We can keep going. This is nothing new. When Jack Kirby was cranking the shit out.
What's Harry Potter's school? What's that shit called?
I don't watch that shit. I don't know. You lost me with It's like certain nerd levels I can't go.
What the fuck is it called? Damn it! It's gonna piss me off now. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not get any sleep tonight.
Okay, you Google it while I finish my point. Okay. So, like I said, you got all of these cities, and when Jack Kirby was cranking out these cities left and right, Wakanda was just another city for him. He was like, I'm just cranking out the story, call it something, Wakanda, bunch of Africans, move, next story. Okay, and then that was it. He didn't even think twice about it. So, and the thing is about Atlantis, first off, Aquaman is older than Black Panther. Like about a couple decades.
Yeah.
And the legend of Atlantis is older by a couple centuries.
Yeah.
The legend of Atlantis was hidden city and all the stuff like that. So
isn't fucking Namor from Atlantis too?
Yeah, he's from Atlantis also. And he's the same story. King of Atlantis, hidden, blah, 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 whatever. Evil cousin. I don't know, some shit. I don't read Namor either. I just know Namor just fucks everybody's wife.
Another underwater character nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah, but see, Namor is cool because he fucks everybody's wife in Marvel. So at least he has that going for him. Oh, Namor is just
okay. The Harry Potter school is called Hogwarts.
Okay. I mean, that's cool. I feel like I should know that shit. I feel like I'll be quizzed on it later on. But
I am so not a Harry Potter fan.
Right. This is not the Harry Potter bullies. Oh yeah. So, but that's all I want to talk about. And Eli, all the other Comic-Con shit that I was gonna get to, I'm gonna just say that for later. We'll do Comic-Con part 2 next week or some shit.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I think we're running way too long.
You didn't want to talk about
no.
Shit that I didn't watch.
I'm sorry. No,
CW shit or something.
No, I'll skip the CW shit. We'll talk about that later. I'll probably talk about that on a case by case scenario. when it's done, because it will address it eventually down the road. But I forgot if you wanted to address something, knock yourself out, because I think I just been.
Oh, I mean, I watched a bunch of panels. I did watch the Aquaman panel, the Shazam panel. I watched the Halloween panel. That was a standout for me.
Okay, talk about it, because I didn't see any of that.
Yeah. So for those, you might well know that there's a new Halloween movie coming out in October. The trailer dropped a couple months ago. I saw the trailer and I was like, and I'm a horror guy. But there's been so many Halloween movies and most of them suck. And I'm just like, I can't get excited for another one. So when I saw the trailer, I wasn't really like, But after watching the panel, holy shit, Jamie Lee Curtis was one of like the coolest guests I've ever seen at Comic-Con.
You know when I started liking Jamie Lee Curtis, when I found out she was a Halo fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the thing is, not when they asked her, like, what's her favorite video game, she said, yeah, Halo 2. And when they asked her Halo 2, you just like the story. And then she started going into like, no, she started like naming glitches in the game and shit. And I was like, oh, fuck, what the hell? Like, she knows that shit.
Yeah, she like really sold the movie for me. And she was like talking, like, she was like, everyone's saying how, Wonder Woman is all feminist and, feminine power and shit. No, she was like, no, the Laurie Strode character in this movie is sick of being a victim. She's taking her power back, blah, 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 blah. I was like, damn, she's like, I am woman, hear me roar, like times 100. I was like, damn, this movie is sounding a lot better to me now.
Okay, cool. So what are they doing? Are they like pretending the other movies didn't exist, like Terminator, or? Pretty much, yeah. They're basically, it's like a direct sequel from back in the day. So they're ignoring like the 10 movies or how many there was. It's been. I mean, because since then, like both Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis have chopped their heads both off like several times.
Yeah,
so.
They're ignoring all those old prequels. It's basically a direct sequel to the first one.
Okay.
And but there was
the second one. I like the second one.
Maybe they will. Well, maybe no. They are skipping that because the second one is where they made Michael Myers her brother. And they're not doing that anymore.
What? That's like the thing that's like the thing that keeps them together.
That's the slasher movie trope. Because in the John Carpenter's first Halloween, there was no rhyme or reason to why Michael Myers was crazy or evil. He was just this random force fucking people up.
Right.
And then slasher movies, Halloween created the whole slasher movie trend. And like, because, Jason had a mother who was killing and Friday the 13th and all these other slasher movies had some sort of tragic past with the killers that related to their family or somehow. So let's make a Halloween movie and we'll make Michael Myers her brother, So that was born out of that.
I don't know how I feel about that, Eli. That's like the coolest thing in the movies to me.
Well, they're ignoring.
Oh, well. I'm not going to flip out about it, but
If you watch the trailer, they actually address that. Isn't Michael Myers your uncle? No, that's just a legend or something. They actually address that in the trailer.
Okay.
So they are actually paying homage to the older ones, but they're ignoring it. It's supposed to be a direct sequel to John Carpenter's movie.
Okay, so they're ignoring that he's related to Jason? Like he's Jason's cousin or something. They said in one of those movies, like he's Jason Voorhees' cousin or something.
Or something. There was like a thing with Jason Goes to Hell where they were doing all this like homage to all these horror movies.
Yeah.
But there was this really nice moment during that panel where they were taking questions from the audience, and this one guy got up and he was saying that one time this is like a true story where some home invader like tried to break into his house and like was trying to attack him, and he thought, what would Laurie Strode do from the Halloween movies? And he basically grabbed a knitting needle and shit, and then like went running out and like screamed like to the neighbors like the way she did in the movies. And he basically said that Laurie Strode saved his life and stuff. And he actually got all emotional. And Jamie Lee Curtis got up and went and hugged him. And
was this at Comic-Con?
This was at Comic-Con.
What the hell? Okay.
Yeah. It was like this really like poignant moment between, this fan and Jamie Lee Curtis actually got up, went down into the crowd, hugged him, and and you couldn't hear what she was down there for a while. You couldn't hear what they were saying because they weren't mic'd, but they took selfies and all this shit, and it made national news. It's like, I shared the CNN I shared the article.
Damn, I missed all that shit.
Yeah, like I was like, wow, that was like who would have thought Halloween like stole Comic-Con, the best panel at Comic-Con. so yeah. Other than that, Godzilla. I thought Godzilla looks pretty cool, especially after Kong, the Kong movie. I don't know if you've seen Skull Island yet.
I saw
the movie's
it.
awesome.
I was like,
oh really? I loved it. I thought it was dope.
Yeah.
And it's in that same universe. So I'm stoked for Godzilla. It's got King Ghidorah and Rodan.
Oh, that's who that was. Okay, I just saw a flying three-headed pterodactyl. Like, I know I've seen that thing before. But...
Yeah, Rodan was in it. Mothra's in it. King Ghidorah's in it. So, yeah, there's a few more. I think I watched Predator, the Predator panel. Yeah, I watched a bunch of shit, but yeah.
Okay.
It's going. Yeah, it was all weekend. Well, what was it? Friday? When did it start? Friday night.
Like Friday, and it was off to the races. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
So, cool. Like I said, a crazy Comic-Con. And Marvel wasn't even there. That's the insane thing about it. So. But everybody else got a chance to shine. So yeah. Shoot. Eli, anything else we got to address or?
I think we got it.
I think we got it. We got an epic one here. Guys, you stayed with it this long. God bless you. And definitely like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Like I said, we got other podcasts. We got Geek Sass. We have what else we got? Comic Cast. We have what the hell happened to Get Value? That's still a thing.
I think I saw an episode pop up.
Okay. Somebody check on them and make sure they're okay. Geeks Instruments of Destruction. This Geeks and Comics, Hoodoo TV, blah, 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 all the stuff like that. Yeah, and like I said, we'll be back next week. We don't know what we're going to be on. Hopefully, we'll be done with James Gunn, and we'll be on something else. We don't know. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel. Get off and...